Hey everybody, it's Kim and I am on with a Kokorosa share. I received some dies to share and make projects with, and in exchange you get a 25% off coupon if you use my code, and I get a small commission. So thank you if you're doing that. I've been very happy with Kokorosa. So let me get started here. First one I have is these cute little chicks floating around on bubbles. They're going to be floating on bubbles. Here's the bubble wand. Here's the different bubbles you get. And the chicks. And so I came up with this cute card. And I used some iridescent paper for the bubbles. And I printed up, I just typed out, may you never outgrow bubbles. I saw that quote. Thought that was perfect for this. And then I just cut it out with a punch. Aren't they cute? Oh my gosh. They're just floating around on their little bubbles. One's blowing them and the other. Now I just put that extra paper in there. So that is the first one I did. Oh, I need to get these. And the next one I did, it was this, well, let me show you. This die here, these dies, they're tulips. I did them on watercolor paper and cut them out multiples of each. And I also use, that I've had in my stash from Kokorosa, the word blessed on this. So that is also, I don't know if that's still available or not. And this is what I came up with, and I think it turned out so pretty. So I just watercolored using Tim Holtz inks, distressed inks, and then went through and added some lines, did the word blessed. Isn't that pretty? There's a bow on there, and cut that doily up just to give it some interest, and I think that turned out super cute, or pretty actually. Let's see, I don't know if I did, oh yep, I did something on the inside too. I guess I'm more organized this time around. So there's that one. The next one, I put two dies together that I chose to use together when I was ordering. I tried to kind of make it so it makes sense. So the first one is a guitar, which is different for me. They had asked if I would do some specific ones, so I chose the guitar as one of the ones. And I also used, and it's still got some of the dies in it, or the paper in it, excuse me, this here as the background, because I thought that went perfectly together, right? And this is what I came up with. Now this piece I just added. It wasn't part of the cutout, but there's the guitar. I did some glitter paper, and then I cut this out in red, the background, and had shadowed it with, or backed it up with black. So you have the black notes, the guitar strings. Something outside my box, comfort box, and I loved it. It was so much fun. And then I came up with my own little saying and again typed it out and printed it on my printer. Happy birthday to a classic guy. So I thought that turned out really cool. I was very pleased with that. Outside my comfort zone there. And then another one that's kind of different for me, and they had asked me to do, and I had fun with it. It's so cute. These bowling ball pins. They're hugging each other. So I came up with, I colored these in with, they're like this part here with my alcohol markers. And then I also had this hug die from them that comes with these arms, but I didn't use those. So, because they gave each other a hug. They're getting knocked down. I just think this, you got somebody going through a tough time or something, you're going to send them a hug. I had more fun with that one. I was kind of surprised because I was like, okay, this is outside my area too. And I just did an embossing folder on a strip of paper there. And then the fireworks, they're about to get knocked down. I thought that was perfect. So they turned out, they were super fun. And I just backed this with black and then the mouths with red. Colored in the band-aids, added a little highlighting. I cut out the word hug twice in black and red to shadow it. So I I had a blast with these. Okay, this is probably one of my favorite ones. I used, let's see, I don't have black for this one. Magnet. Hang on. But this cuts out so pretty. And this is what it cuts out. And I actually use this, I'll explain in a minute, as a stencil. So, this is what I came up with for that. So I cut this out. It just cuts this and pops these pieces out, right? So I did that in a coppery brown color, but I did it on top of a white piece, and then I had just traced around and went ahead and colored them in with my alcohol markers. And I just love the effect of that, how that turned out. And then I went into my massive paper stash and I found this and just did some layering with butterflies. I had this bow, so I put that on there and I just kind of layered things together. Now, I'm also thinking that this could be a pretty bookmark too. And it doesn't have to be sunflower, you know, it could be daisies or whatever you want, but I went with sunflowers for that one. Look. Very cool. I had fun with that one as well. Let's see, what else am I doing here? Got those done. Well, I did quite a few cards. I think this might be the last one though. Okay, so let's check this out. The next one is little cats and umbrellas. Oh my gosh, they are so cute. So you get 4 cats, 3 umbrellas, and then these can be, that is a little tie, could be a collar rather, not a tie. But I didn't use it. I ended up just doing my own collar on one of them. And there they are. So you get the little umbrellas, and I just took a fine tipped black marker and went through on the umbrellas. I did glitter glue. What is that called? My brain just shut off. For the collar on that one. And just added highlights and things with Distress inks. I backed their eyes so that they had the black eyes. And then the cute little umbrellas. So with the plain ones, I just, well, all of them, underneath I wanted it shaded, so I just took my inks and went in there and shaded under this part of the umbrella, and it gives it that effect, right? And then I had some washi that I used that was clouds, and then I found the word dream in my collection. So let's look at, let me know what your favorite is. I'm thinking I will do a drawing. I'm going to draw 3 people's names. Hopefully you don't all 3 that I draw say the same card, but you will get a card. So I will, it's US only. Sorry. But anyway, I'll draw 3 names and send out 3 different cards. So just say my favorite card is, or something to that effect. Because I'm telling you, they're all very unique and different, but so pretty. Oh, I just had a ball with these. So I got the guitar, the kitties, this beautiful piece that you could do so much with that. That really was a cool one. I love this hug. I love the tulips. Oh my gosh, you guys. So much fun. And these cute little chicks floating away on bubbles. The neighbors were just doing a bunch of bubbles out there with a little machine. It was so cute. I just get the biggest kick out of watching those kids. Anyway, so there we go. Let me know which ones are your favorite. Leave a comment below and I'll do a drawing in a couple of days. If I don't, somebody will remind me. I appreciate you guys. All right, take care. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.